President and CEO of Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here today with Rob Wolf for our member spotlight. Rob is creator and founder of LaunchDM, or Launch Dynamic Media. I'm not sure which acronym you prefer.
LaunchDM is more of our brand.
All right,
Yep.
Very good. And we're going to hear a little bit about what brought Rob to Berks County and to founding LaunchDM. I'll help you with the branding there.
Thanks, Ellen.
So, what brought you to Berks, and how did you come to start Launch?
Well, I was raised in Berks County. I went to Wilson and Wyomissing, and after school, I went out to college out in the West Coast. I was in Boulder, Colorado, and then through the ski team and other skiing reasons, I ended up in Lake Tahoe in San Francisco. And in 1997, I was working at some startup companies in San Francisco, and I'm originally a fine artist, and I was selling paintings to restaurants in San Francisco, and along came the internet, and I was starting to work for some startup companies, and the company I was working for luckily went belly up, and I was able to keep and maintain the client list that we had at that time, providing web and other very bleeding edge technologies, much of the same service offerings we have today. And in 2002, I moved back to Berks County to be with my family, start a family, and be part of this awesome community.
There you go.
Yeah.
We always say that Berks County is a great place to raise a family.
It is. It
Yeah.
really is. And we are raising our family here. We have
Yeah.
two awesome boys, 4 and 7 years old now.
Okay.
So that happened shortly after we moved back.
Great.
And,
Very neat.
Yeah.
Now, I've been to your offices in West Reading, Wyomissing, right there on the probably the borderline there.
Yeah, it is.
Cool space.
Thank
Very
you.
cool space. If I remember being in a room with removable walls
Yep.
and
Yep.
was pretty cool, and skateboards, on the wall.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about keeping a creative team for all that you do. That's so creative and innovative and staying on the cutting edge. Tell me about the team that you have and how you've been able to attract and retain talent like that.
Our team is the greatest thing we have. It's unbelievable, the amazing team that we have, how we gel, how we get along, how we translate, how we are efficient, and we're very creative. And as much as creativity is a huge theme for our brand, we also like to say that our developers, our customer service, everybody's got that creative element to them. We've been, as I mentioned, we're rooted on a fine arts background.
Okay.
So everybody that works at Launch that's in the creative departments have they're fine arts trained. We feel that that's a pretty important characteristic to keeping our brand intact and keeping design at the highest quality levels. As far as attracting and retaining, I would like to say that we do spend a lot of time and we invest heavily on making sure that we have a great place to work.
Right.
It is the key to what we do deliver. If you're not happy, feeling productive, you're not going to be producing great work. And
Are there some unique things you do to keep that culture?
Yeah, we do. First and foremost, we try and keep I don't want to use the word relaxed because it makes it seem like we're not professionals, but we have a very tight, structured organization and how everybody's organized at Launch so that we can breed some more freedom. So, we have things like work from home days where, each department, there's a few individuals in the studio, but, throughout the week we rotate work from home days where you're on radar, you're checking and receiving emails and phone calls throughout the day, but we allow that to happen because there's a lot of times during the week our team's collaborating, you get those inner studio distractions, and then with the work from home day, you're able to, what we call, get into headphone mode. So you can go back and be in your environment, and a lot of the time that the creative team and the developers are really cranking on things for web, mobile projects, it's very helpful to have that isolated time and even to look forward to that isolated time in your week. So you're like, all right, it's going to be a little crazy with meetings and all that stuff, but I'll be back.
I don't have to take a shower today.
Exactly. Or do the laundry in between, a 6-hour push of work, just to keep life-work balance, always something that we're recognizing at launch. And
That's pretty cool.
hopefully that helps retain. So
well, I'm not surprised to hear about the bank of creative talent that you had, because I'm looking at your customer list. There were a lot of good, solid local companies and nonprofits, but I also noticed some very well recognized national names like Lego, like the Smithsonian, like Apple.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
How
do you land
amazing.
it? Tell us about
years
getting accounts
and years
like that.
Of lots of hard work and persistence. I would say that would be the first answer. The other answer would be, half of it is actually just doing your best thing, making sure that you're not, I don't know, I don't want to say trying too hard because that's sort of the wrong phrase, but not being fake about trying to approach those big brands. Like, be real, approach them, know you have something that they are going to, be interested in. And we were pretty, innovative with some of our approaches to those brands. And some of them were through some other partnerships.
Okay.
But, right now, San Francisco is where we started. So we still have some great national clients like Salesforce.com in San Francisco.
Right.
Back home here in our backyard, we have Penske.
Right.
We do a ton of work for them. And the great thing is that they are customers of Salesforce. Salesforce is an amazing platform that businesses operate on. And by having our clients on the Salesforce platform, we can offer a lot of value to those national brands. And the Smithsonian was a digital signage project that we did.
Okay.
In about 2009, we completed that. And that was a great project because I've always wanted to get my art in a museum.
Yeah. Oh,
And
there
now
you go.
now I'm on 3 floors of it with 15 digital screens with all of our digital content to help. The goal of that installation at the Museum of Natural History was to channel about 8 million visitors that visit that museum in a year. Our job was to create a better experience.
Right.
Know where you're going, be able to not think about where you need to go.
Right.
And so it was primarily a wayfinding project.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, as a business owner and key manager there, what are the things that keep you awake at night?
My new website. I should say our new website.
There you
go. Actually, that's sort of a funny, quick answer because we just launched our website about 2 minutes prior to this interview. So that has been keeping me up at night.
Okay.
But I will say that, quite honestly, there's not too many thoughts that really keep me up at night. It's one of those things where, after 17 years of waking up and facing the new challenges of your day, you slowly start to just get numb to it and not think about it.
Yeah.
And that's a key thing for any entrepreneurs that are considering going off on their own. It's like every day you're going to be worried: is the next dollar going to come in? Is it not? And that'll fade away once you start doing the right thing and feeling confident
groove.
And getting a great team.
Good.
Honestly, that's really what it came down to.
Now, you know that the chamber is made up primarily of small business people who often get overwhelmed by social media and websites and Facebook and Twitter and whatever else is the new social media of the day. Any advice for them on how to maybe make that much more manageable?
Well, it's definitely a tough landscape out there, and there's tactics that you can do or not do that are going to achieve success or backfire on you. Greatest advice is really do your research and know what you're doing, and also be intelligent about it and have a good strategic plan throughout the year. You can't just spurt on little spurts and then have downtime. It's all about keeping your ecosystem constantly intact with what you're doing and what you're offering. And our definition of ecosystems are everything from your staff, your clients, your partners, your affiliates, your friends of your business, your community. And that's another huge thing for us. Our social media, we do a lot within the community. And for those that have seen our social media posts within the last year, there's a lot of community support. And that's another big thing for how we exist in Berks County, and literally answering that question prior about attracting and retaining, I would hope that a lot of our involvement in the community attracts and retains, our staff and our team.
Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful, and thank you very much for being a chamber member, and thanks for sharing your story with the rest of the chamber membership.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ellen.
Okay.